Good morning, kids, family, friends, YouTube, and my always faithful stalkers. Hope everyone's having a great day today. Thought I'd introduce y'all to the back porch. That's my view right there every day, has been for the last 2 years. And it's 29 degrees outside this morning. Don't worry, I've got my cup of coffee and I've got on some very nice, very warm house shoes with some beaver fur up around my ankles to keep me warm. And this morning we're going to talk about 3 things. And for those of you who are new to the channel, I'm Shane Nixon. This is Would Grandpa Be Proud? And today we're going to talk about 3 things that we all deal with and we all go through and we all always have. And maybe we can put a little perspective on it. The first one is worrying about things too much that you have no control over. Now, this one's really tied to me right now because there's a lot of things going on I have no control over. You know, perspective is reality these days, and perspective is truth, even if it's not. I don't know how you fix that. I don't know how you change that. I don't know if it can be changed. But just because something seems to be some way doesn't mean that it is. Maybe you should do a little digging and find the facts for yourself. But ultimately, regardless of what happens, there are things that we have no control over. We don't control the actions of other people. When you get in a car and you go down the road, you don't know if they've been drinking, you don't know if they've been arguing, you don't have a clue. You don't know how they drive in bad weather conditions. We don't control what happens. That's just reality. That goes along with workplace, goes along with friends, goes along with neighbors. There's a lot of things we don't have control over, but we spend a whole lot of time worrying about them. Can't worry about that stuff. It'll eat you up. Okay? Play the hand you're dealt. Get up every day and move on. That's going to take us into number 2, lesson number 2. Looking back instead of looking ahead. Now, if y'all don't know, I'm a huge fan of country music. Was born and raised on it. I write a lot of it. Nobody knows I'm a great songwriter, at least in my mind. Perspective. That rearview mirror, yeah, there's songs about that rearview mirror. Old songs, new songs. You can look in the rearview mirror. You can worry about what happened yesterday, or you can be looking down the road. Got to keep your eye in front of you. Quit worrying about what happened yesterday. Okay? Those things that just happened. Let's be positive. Let's pick up. Let's keep moving forward. When you get down, get up. There's multiple phrases and multiple sayings, and hey, they're all cliche. Don't worry about how hard you get hit. How high you bounce back that counts. Okay? There's a lot of those sayings out there. But what you got to do is get up in the morning, have your cup of coffee. Do better today than you did yesterday. Don't worry about what's in the rearview mirror. It's already been there. You've done that. It's over. Moving ahead. We're rolling. Y'all bear with me just for a minute, okay? All right, I'm back. See, I don't have no fancy camera. I don't have no fancy microphone. All of that. I'm just a guy with a cell phone and a cup of coffee and some advice that probably ain't that good. I'm going to go inside here in just a minute either when this coffee gets cold or when I finish it. This is a special cup. Miss Virginia Jones made this cup for me. She made one for my wife. It's got a chip in it. How many of y'all got a cup with a chip you just refuse to throw out? Yeah, I'm not throwing this cup out. Maybe when I get back to Texas. This is so odd. I always remember where home is. Thank you, Miss Jones. Coffee's hot. Oh. And the final thing we're going to talk about this morning is something that I struggle with, okay? Trying to be good at everything instead of being great at just something. That one thing. What's your one thing that you're great at? I mean, so many of us, we chase so many things, and we might be good at a lot of them. Heck, I'm good at a lot of stuff. Most of y'all know I can plumb, I can do electrical, I can frame up your house, I can put the roof on, I know how to cut sheet metal, I can ride a pony if I have to, I can drive a boat, CDL. When you're young and you're learning and you're growing and you got to pay the bills, you either get busy or you get hungry. And me, I got busy. Daddy taught me how to run a tractor when I was 7 years old. Probably when I was 6. I know one thing, I was already feeding 30 head of horses and shoveling manure. And he taught me how to drive that old tractor so I could go spread that manure on the pasture. And then he taught me how to drive his truck so I could drive the truck while they loaded hay when the hay weighed more than I did. And then he taught me how to load the hay so he could sit in the truck. I need to call him about that. But here's the thing. A lot of us chase those dreams of being good at something. I wanted to be an English teacher at the college level. That was a goal. I wanted to write a bunch of books. Well, I've written one and now I'm writing number 2. I sure ain't great at it. Probably a pretty good house builder, but I ain't great at it. Probably a pretty good principal. Might not be great at it. Better than some, not as good as others. But the thing is, when you see those athletes and they're at the peak of their profession, those ice skaters, for instance, they're dedicated. They have one goal in life. They pursued it. They perfected their art. They didn't have a backup plan. I don't have a backup plan either. I thought I'd be retired at 48, sitting on this deck, not talking to you guys, just enjoying life, drinking my coffee. Maybe have a fire over here in the fire pit. But that's where we're at. Those are the 3 things. Advice is only as good as the person who's giving it or the one who's receiving it. Ain't nothing special about my advice. Just a perspective of a guy who's lived a lot of hard truths. So we're all just out here trying to figure it out. Just trying to be better today than we were yesterday. And if I ever get one of those fancy microphones, one of those little arms, maybe I'll have a little indoor studio. Or heck, who knows? Maybe I'll perfect this YouTube stuff. But if you liked what I'm putting out, and remember, this is for my grandkids and my great-grandkids. Just a little view into the life of the guy they're going to call grandpa, great-grandpa, 6th generation great-grandpa, whichever it is. We're just all out here living our best, one day at a time. Stalkers, I've enjoyed the coffee, but it's almost cold. 29 degrees. It's a little chilly. Everybody else, have a great day. And stalkers, you know the rule. Get a job.